Welcome back to This Week on the Champ Outdoors. So, this week we're back on Mark Twain Lake. We're going out for a little Sunday morning, early afternoon trip. Don't have much time, so we'll just see what we can do. We'll probably start off hitting main lake points, and depending on traffic, we'll go from there. Again, like always, we'll start out fishing for bass and probably end up switching to crappie halfway through. Alright, let's see how we do. Also, before we hit the water, I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you again this week to please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything and lets me keep doing cool stuff with y'all. Alright, with that, we'll get back to the lake. Up to a 10-inch worm on a shaky head. Just something we can drag a little slower. It's on a 1/4 ounce ball head, so let me actually get a little bit better feel with it in the wind than the drop shot with the Ned rig on it. Big reason why I'm focusing on points is because they've still been drawing down the lake, and even if they're not pulling water today, there's wind blowing across it. They should set up and the fish should still be there. That keyword is should, not are. Probably make a few more casts at this point, and then hop on to another point. If we don't do anything there, we may go back in the creek a little bit or hit up a secondary point. I'm not entirely sure yet. If we don't have any luck with either of those two, we may go fishing for crappie. That might have been a fish. I think it was a rock, but it was a good feeling rock. One. I think he just had the tail. I think he just had the tail, but man, it felt good. Pretty sure I just had one slap at the tail. Wasn't really trying to eat it. But it was definitely something alive because it moved. One thing I'm not liking is I'm not seeing a lot of bait around the point like I have been. I think we're gonna move on to another point. It's not seeing bait fish, not getting bites. Not seeing what I want to see here. another point where we've had some luck this summer. So it looks a little different now, seeing as what we had been fishing is probably 10-12 foot out of the water, but there's still plenty of stuff on here to fish. And I'm seeing a good amount of bait on my Livescope, so I guess I should say sorry about the wind, because I know it's probably going to be bad for the audio, but hopefully I can catch some fish to make up for it. I'm sitting watching crappie swim up to it. So maybe I need something just a hair different color. Alright. So since I'm seeing them come up, swim up to my bait on Livescope, watch it for a second, then turn away. Decided I'm probably going to try change it up with something just a hair different color wise. Fishing for bass. Just can't quite get the crappie to bite today. I'm not sure why they won't cooperate, but try hitting this mud line here real quick. I think that was a rock. I'll reel it in, take a look, see if... Hook didn't get pulled out, so... hit a rock just right. Finally bounced over. crappie around here, so there should be some bass too. Crappie are hanging out here. It means there should be some bait fish around. Pretty good mud line here, which kind of gives the fish an ambush point. And there's bait fish in the over here in the mud line I'm seeing. Throwing is a 6XD on about 12-pound fluorocarbon with an Abu Garcia Revo winch on a Falcon Carrera, what they used to call their deep diving crankbait rod. I think they just re-released them this year. I think I just had one swipe at it. Yeah, I'm just coming through some good cover or structure here. I'll keep running it down in this mud line. Because past two casts I've had something felt like it thumped it. Just kind of swiped at it. Hoping we'll have reason to bust out the net here. Just waiting for something to hit it. I mean, waiting for something to load up. There we go. That might be a fish. I don't think it is. No, not a fish. I was ready for it to be though. Man, it felt good. So we're gonna go with some. We're gonna go after the crappie here for a little bit again. We should be able to pull some up. Yeah. There we go. There's a little better one. Get back here. Alright, now we're on to something. Haha. There we go. There we go. First fish of the day. Let's get a thumbnail here. Alright, toss him back. Now we got our picture. I got fish. Okay, here we go. Wow. Welcome back to the Back Porch Breakdown. So, kind of struggled down the lake, couldn't get into any bass. I say the traffic was pretty rough, it was awful windy, so just made fishing out on points in Main Lake that much more difficult. Relied pretty heavily on my trolling motor and its GPS anchor function, which really made the day a lot easier, made it to where I could actually fish. Was able to kind of get into a few crappie. But again, wasn't really out there very long and all. What I was throwing today was, of course, that 6XD that I've been throwing. I also threw a 10-inch worm on a ball head jig, rigged up like a shaky head. It's a 1/4 ounce jig, and I was dragging that. Missed a couple on it, couldn't get anything to really hook up. But yeah, so then for crappie, I started out throwing a ball jig with kind of a shad colored bit of little shad plastic on it, where I had painted the tail chartreuse. Couldn't get bit on that, so I switched to the pink and chartreuse and started getting bit. Yeah, what I was doing was watching them on Livescope. I dropped the jig down through a small school crappie and just kind of let it hang in the middle, and usually they'd come up, and that's when I'd get hit. I could get them to chase it, but when they were chasing them, I could never get a hook in them. I don't know if they're short striking or what. I'd feel the thump and go, and there'd be nothing there, so I think they were just getting the tail. But yeah, other than that, it was fairly tough, and again, fighting the waves from traffic and the wind, no, it didn't help any. So, with the summer winding down, I want to talk to you all about kind of how the content on the channel will probably be changing a bit. You'll probably start to see more hunting, more land prep for hunting season and things like that, just because it's the natural transition of the season. Doesn't mean that we still won't have fishing content. It's just going to slowly transition to stuff like that for the winter and for fall, winter, and hunting seasons and all that. Then we'll start to transition back. But yeah, like I said, I tend to record these videos the week before I put them out, so what you're seeing is pretty well a live look at what we're doing. And with that, please like, comment, subscribe. If there's any kind of hunting content or something like that you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. There's more fishing content, let me know about that too, because again, the more you like, the more you comment, the more it drives my channel to other people and helps us grow, because we're still on that mission. We're still on track to try to get to 100 subscribers by the end of September, and when we do, we'll be doing a giveaway, and if we can get to 1,000 by the end of the year, we'll probably do another giveaway, which will be some merch and probably some tackle and a few other bigger things. But with all that being said, catch you next week on the Champ Outdoors.